When I was 28 years old, someone gave me a book called Conversations with God by Neil Donald Walsh, and this book absolutely changed my life. I was very confused and very lost in my 20s, and searching, looking for answers, looking for what to believe. I had this feeling inside myself that what I've been taught didn't feel right. And so I was searching, I was looking, and then when I got this book, everything just made sense for me. It sort of kind of came together, and I understood, and I realized that what I felt was a possibility, because I didn't even know that it was possible. But I always had this idea that we are all one and part of one spirit, of one divine love, one intelligence, and that we are all connected and a part of each other. I could always feel this connection with all that is, with humans, with soul families, with God. And I've always been a very incredible spiritual person, and my greatest desire was to bring everything back together to unity. I felt that love's purpose is to unite, and I've always had a great compassion for humanity. So this was, I felt really strongly about it. So this book really inspired me so much, and most of the songs on my very first album, which was called Who Painted the Moon Black, was inspired by this book. But what I really wanted to call this album was As One. I wrote a song on this album called As One, and that was what I wanted to call the album. But the record label told me no, they think Who Painted the Moon is going to be a hit. It was a hit, and we should call the album that. No regrets, but I want to tell you about this song As One. So this has been my greatest goal and mission, to remind people that we are all part of this divine love, this oneness. And so in my 20s, when after reading this book, I often wondered, what was the purpose of polarity? Why was there this duality, good and bad, and right and wrong, and hot and cold? And I was confused about the duality within myself and the duality that I saw in the world. And I could see how people were always, creating separation, which for me goes against our very nature, because I believe that we are all one and part of each other. And so when we separate, we are creating a feeling within ourselves that goes against our own very nature, which can only feel horrible. And so I've always been very much for, let's create unity, let's create oneness. But as I grew older, and now being in my 50s, I understand the purpose and the value of duality. And I've learned that without the hot, we don't know what cold is, and without the good, we won't know what bad is, and without the ups, we won't know what down is. Without the sadness, we won't really appreciate the joy. So I can absolutely see the value of this polarity. Also, duality and polarity, when these opposite ends comes together, it often transforms things into something new. Like, for instance, if we bring something in cooking, if we bring something that's cold and we put it to heat, it transforms and it becomes something else. So I started to understand that the duality, the polarity within myself, the duality on this planet, it all serves a purpose, because it causes transformation and it creates something new. I think in life the key is balance, to explore both sides, but always to find that perfect balance. Like when you tune a string on a guitar, if you tighten it too tight, it snaps, and if it's too loose, you just can't get that beautiful sound. So it's incredibly important to have just the right tension, in between this duality, in this polarity, to create a beautiful sound. And like the Bible says, try everything, but hold the good or keep the good. So, you know, explore and see the value of this polarity and the duality, but seek that perfect balance, and know that both of these sides serves a purpose. So be an acceptance of it, because, you know, it's like a pendulum swinging, and when it's going good with us and we hold on to the one side too long, you know, the pendulum will swing way too much to the other side. So it's important to understand that there's this motion. We must be in acceptance and observing this motion, but not hold on to the one thing too much, otherwise it swings too far to the other side again. That perfect balance, you know, and that acceptance, that polarity, duality, all serves a purpose. So when it's going good with you, love it, enjoy it, but know that this too shall pass. And when it's not going well, know that this too shall pass. I just wanted to share that with you today. So although we are all one and part of this wholeness, this oneness, part of the all that is energy of creation, duality does serve a purpose, and it guides us more towards who we want to be and what we want in life. And I value that today, and I honor that today, and just wanted to share that with you.